I really like the change to Java. Main reason being that it's like a text-based language compared to a graphical language. So naturally, I have more experience personally with text-based languages. And on top of that, it was much easier than I expected because I just went into it writing code that would work syntax-wise with other languages, and it was very similar to Java, and that just worked.
Honestly, just how easy it was. Just the amount of resources and stuff that's available just made it so nice to switch. In addition to all the knowledge we'd accumulated over our past years, it was a very pleasant surprise.
I do miss sometimes looking at how the data flows through and probing the wires and looking at your code visually and seeing each value, like the debugging. Even though there is also debugging on Java, it's just completely different on LabVIEW. Other than that, not that much. Personally, I really like how you can get extensions. For example, I got the Vim extension, and now I can code faster because I can use the keyboard only to write code and not really the mouse. And on top of that, you can get other extensions. Also, on top of that, there's like auto completion, and it just makes it really fast to write code. Whereas in LabVIEW, you'd have to like right click and like pick a bunch of like options to do the similar to things you can already do in VS Code.
Actually, really easy. A lot of the students we had this year were actually coming into it with some prior experience, if not with Java, with another text-based language. So, I mean, at least for a decent portion of early Java coding, they were teaching me. It's all in all, it's been really good. I've just been mostly teaching them like robot stuff, not necessarily syntax stuff. It's been good. For me, this is like a really niche annoyance, but it's the fact that if you're writing code while the robot is running and you try to disable or enable using the hotkeys, you'll put a line in your code or you'll put like I think it's slash open bracket close bracket whatever the hotkey is. Bugs me to no end, as minor as it is.
With Java, it's really easy to merge codes together. If two people are working on the same file, then it will GitHub will just or source control, version control will just naturally put the code where it needs to be to merge them together. Whereas in LabVIEW, we had to make sure that each person works on separate VIs or it just wouldn't merge properly, and we'd have to do all that manually. It's so much faster in Java to just have two people working and not really caring about merge conflicts, and then figuring that all out with just a one or two like changes and button pushes, and then you're fully good to go.
I've really enjoyed it, just especially just being able to drag and drop code so much easier. Also, just being able to look at other teams' code who work in Java. Just, that has been incredible. In addition to that, just the fact that it's such a widely used language. There's a lot of resources for applications outside of LabVIEW that are applicable, which is really nice. It's been great.